Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello guys, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Midnight Mass, Season 1, the only season, Episode 1. That's it, I'm beginning this show, I'm gonna discover it with you. I think that I'm gonna post these reaction videos, but you know me, if at the end of, maybe not the first episode, but the second episode, because they are really long episodes, I don't think that my reactions and my thoughts are interesting enough, I'm never gonna post these videos. Don't worry, if you are seeing that on my Patreon or on YouTube, it means that I decided to react to this show. But for now, I don't know if I'm gonna fully react to it or not. I wanted to try it for several reasons. First, for a total logical one with my schedule, the fact that right now I ended the binge watching of the last season, final season of The Last Kingdom, same for Vikings Valhalla, the first season. Soon we're gonna end the final season of Peaky Blinders, also the second part of the season, of the final season of The Walking Dead. So I'm gonna have a little place in my schedule, and I'm binge watching right now Attack on Titan, and it's taking me a lot of time because I still have a lot of episodes to discover to end that binge watching, and also because it's an anime which is taking so many places, you know, into my head, you know, with all of the series that I'm making, with everything about it, also with editing all of these episodes and with dealing with these episodes, because it's really rough for YouTube, for you know, I'm respecting the fair use rules like always, but it's not enough for YouTube, so I'm fighting really a lot for Attack on Titan. So just for a logical reason, I wanted to try a new show, because I have this all on my schedule, but because of the fact that I'm fighting so much and I'm so much involved, you know, into Attack on Titan, I can't begin a new show which is already out since seasons. I can't, you know, binge watch an entire show and all. So I was trying, you know, to imagine which mini show of just one season I could try. So I watched a lot of trailers during the last days, and I decided to react to Midnight Mass. And I chose this one because with the trailer I was really intrigued by the story, but also, maybe more in fact, interested by the mood of the show. I had the impression with that trailer that it's really like a show with realistic characters, but mixing, you know, something, not a police style, but you know, like an investigation style, but at the same time with stuff about religion, with stuff about maybe some horror stuff or something like that. I can't really, you know, define that mood, but with the trailer, that mood intrigued me a lot, and I thought that it could be great to watch it no matter what, and maybe also to react to it, because you know that I love shows like that with a certain mood and all. I already reacted to horror shows and movies on my channel. If you want to see that, I'm gonna put some links, like The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor. I reacted to these two shows, and I reacted also to horror movies, so I'm gonna put the links. And yes, you know that I can be intrigued by that. You know that I love also shows which are talking about religion and also the extreme stuff that people can do for religious stuff, like, you know, all of this subject. I loved it into Dark, same, I reacted to the last season of it, but also in a lot of shows when they are talking about that subject, I always think that it's a good thing, because in other countries and for some people it really means a lot, so it's always interesting. In fact, even in Vikings, you know, Vikings the original one and Vikings Valhalla, for me the subject of the religion is truly important and interesting to explore, because of the importance that it had for these people, you know, during their period of time. See, that's a subject which interests me, so that's why I thought that this show, this mini show, could be for me. For the schedule, for the logistics things around it, a mini show, something, you know, that I can put into my schedule right now, but which is not demanding me a lot, because right now I have Attack on Titan, which is demanding me a lot of my, I was gonna say, my cerebral time. It's not a good translation of that, but I think that you got what I meant. And also because this show in particular, with the mood and with that religious aspect, with the horror stuff that you can do with it, maybe, you know, the psychological stuff that you can do with it can really please me. That's it! I have nothing else to say before beginning this show. I told you why I could be interested by it. I hope that you're gonna appreciate it, you know, this show, to discover it with me, to rewatch it with me, my reactions and my thoughts about it. We'll see. It's like that, you know, when I'm beginning a new show, I can't know in advance if I'm gonna like it or not, if you're gonna like it or not, if you're gonna like my videos about it or not. We'll see. Let's go for this episode 1. 7 minutes! Even with a show that I'm beginning, I'm making long intros. The car accident.
Ask him why he always takes a kiss. While the drunk fucks walk away with scratches.
You're drunk? You provoked that accident?
I accept this sentence, Your Honor.
It is the sentence of this.
You're recognizing that you're guilty.
4 to 10 years in the custody of the Illinois Department of Crime.
He's gonna spend his time in jail. You know what I think about redemption. Everyone has the right to have a redemption. If you recognize that what you did is wrong, if you're taking the responsibility of it, if you really want to change. Okay! You're gonna be haunted by It was not a real jump scare, you know, because with that thing, they prepared us 4 years. So you spent your 4 years in jail.
There's only 2 ferries these days.
He knows the boat schedule, Annie.
2 ferries each day. You know, I have something for this little island. I'm coming from a little town, only 300 people, you know, in that town. So really, I know the thing about the little town. I'm a country girl.
Your brother comes home tomorrow.
That's great. Good and true.
He's truly glad, but for you, I'm not sure of what he thinks of it. And the dad, the mom supportive from beginning to the end. For sure, we have a lonely pretty girl.
You didn't write Aladdin, did you? Give him a chance.
Aladdin?
What's up?
Ah.
About you out?
Ali. That was racist to call him like that.
Come on, Bull. He can't help who his dad is. We had a deal. He wasn't part of that deal. Let's go. Fuck my dad. That's what you want to hear, right?
Your dad is a sheriff in town or something like that?
It's no good, I can tell.
Just going for a ride. A short trip, courtesy of Bull. For real?
Hmm.
You worried I'm not? I was
Time for supper, Lisa.
Lisa? Are you Miss?
You there, Warren?
You know, I thought Miskin. That was a good one. You are? Eh? Someone is inside of that thing. Oh. And we saw them taking that box out of the boat. So you were introduced, you know.
Somebody's got to do something about these strays. Didn't used to be this bad, but it's an army now.
If no one is taking care of them, they can reproduce really quick.
Those bodies
Cats.
just pop up right off the ground. Captured.
And I know because everything from the upwards washes up on the West Bank,
and I gotta clean it up. Moron.
Everything? Maybe that can be useful. Fighting.
Probably sounded just like that.
Oh, you're gonna play like that with jump scares? I love that.
Thought I saw something.
I thought also. She already seems way too sweet.
Oh, my boy. Oh, pretty plump. Oh. Let's get you fed. You gotta eat.
You are? Not the pretty lady, but another lady.
Excuse me, Sturge.
Morning, Miskin.
My senior pro
Miskin.
was supposed to be on board. Did you see him?
Nope.
Miskin. You played into the haunting of the house playing.
That you, Peg? Oh, Ma. What are you doing, Peggy? No, Ma, that's Erin. Peggy's daughter, Erin Green. You put me in the wrong room. My room is upstairs. No, Ma. No more stairs. Not for a year now.
Morning, Sheriff.
Hey. Morning, Eddie.
I'll be in the
Hassan, dad of Annie. Let me know. You have your office right there?
I mean, you were trying to break in after all. Well, into the general store anyway. midnight is sweating pure Jim Beam.
You lock me up.
No.
I learned earlier, there's no point trying to stop you drinking.
Yeah, easy for you to say. Allah doesn't let you drink.
Ooh, the racist
Wings as big as
stuff, you know, easy lines that these characters are saying. You know, maybe they represent the easy racist stuff that people in little towns they can say, but I'm not gonna be a fan of it, you know?
Whoa, easy, big fella. Sometimes, mostly just to say hello. He's just big is all. He just sounds bigger than he means to.
Always.
I'm telling you, Sheriff, it's a menace.
Oh, you're gonna be annoying.
Speaking of the past 3 years since this film, yeah, which was bad enough. God only knows. I mean, you couldn't eat anything out of that water. Your father smelled like diesel. You want to talk population decline? Let's talk about the people. The people on the
That's a real issue, but
used to be hungry.
it's a balance to find.
This is the first time Sheriff Hassan's been with us for a storm like this, and thought we could all use a refresher. Thank you, Mayor. And then I'm thinking we'll make the classrooms available here for shelters if we need. We could all.
I'm sorry. You're new. But St. Patrick's is always the shelter. We set out cots as a matter of rule, always have. Now,
The church?
we have the new rec center.
I'm not sure holding twice as many makes a material difference when you do the math.
Bear it in mind for yourself as well. Unless you plan on hopping a ferry to mosque, you'll have to hunker down with us.
Oh dear! Not only she's annoying, but she's also racist. Really, I'm not gonna appreciate all of this racist stuff, you know? It's not just because he's new. It was because of his religion. Annie, you named your boat like your wife?
The old Miss Green died in the spring. This is the new Miss Green for her daughter.
Erin.
She's only been back a few months. She moved into Peggy's house. Her old job.
Okay, you knew each other, maybe you were together at some point?
Moved to the island. Well, we know one thing she was doing. Warren? Once he told us herself. Besides, she started a show, so if it was supposed to be a secret, it's not going to be for long.
Listen,
There is something around that, no?
Don't be silly. Of course you are. Monsignor Pruitt said before he went on pilgrimage, he said...
He's a little old to be traveling. He's going to be 80 now.
Ah, he was an old man.
The chance to walk in
The
Jesus'
priest that she was waiting for.
He's losing it.
Ugh.
I left the host 3 times during consecration the other day. I felt ridiculous from ringing the bells. Well, we all have our moments. Do you know it was him? No, I'm sure it was just some other 80-year-old man wearing a fedora and the long coat he always wears.
Now we're the mobile altar boy. That's really all hitting for the chicks. Young man in uniform.
It's not funny.
You gonna sit here at this table?
After what you've done, and say, oh, church isn't for me?
No.
Okay, you didn't forget all of that for sure.
God, and every other Sunday.
But it's deeper than that.
The mood doesn't strike you. You can consider it a condition of your parole.
It's almost something like you want him to have the forgiveness of God or something like that. Do you understand what I mean?
Monsignor, you are home. Welcome back. I'm so relieved you're okay. You won't believe that new sheriff, Omar Sharif. Whatever.
Putain!
Oh,
It's not Monsignor. What? We have a cat killer? No! What? No.